Good morning, it is cruise day on a ship we've never been on, Rhapsody of the Seas. We are on a 3-night going to Coco and Nassau. In this video, we're going to show you everything that we do, everything that we eat, all our drinks, all our activities here on board. Starting out with lunch. Fancy lunch, yes. We found a deal that was $16 for chopped grill for lunch. For the appetizer, I went with a wild mushroom soup. We got some onion bread, and you went with the beef carpaccio. Also, before lunch, I stopped and got a new old-fashioned.
And here we go for our main course. It is a filet mignon with a burgundy wine sauce on top, and some really nice looking sides. The fun one, those guys, Gruyere cheese tater tots.
Ending lunch with a red velvet cake and a warm chocolate cake. Got a toasted marshmallow old-fashioned. We were told the staterooms would be ready at 1:30, but apparently it's 2. Our stateroom was finally ready about probably 15 minutes after 2. The bathroom, of course, is the terrible shower curtain, but the room itself, for an old ship, it's actually a pretty big cabin. We're at 30.
A little dated, but it's pretty spacious, and there's lots of storage room.
Yes, and we have an ocean view. Now the TV is small, and a lot of channels are not working right now. We are playing cornhole competition. I completely got eliminated on round 1. He has continued on to round 2. Doing pretty well too. He's the yellow bags. Oh, yeah, he's gonna be moving on to round 3. You got 4th place in Bago competition, and now it is raining. Sail away party's probably canceled. Onto the solarium. Spend a little while in the solarium. It is freezing though. This pool is really cool. The hot tubs though, a very nice temperature. We headed back to the room, and someone is now watching football on the TV in the stateroom. I am watching the Symphony of the Seas sail away, and I have to think that we missed our sail away time, as the sail away party was about an hour ago, and they keep paging 4 or 5 people. Well, it's never a good sign when the captain comes on and kind of prepares the guest of the rough seas ahead, saying, be careful, make sure you do take medicine if you need to. But for us, it is going to be general trivia. We're finally leaving port, and we did okay on general trivia. We got 12 out of 18 correct. Not horrible.
I'll take it. Respectable.
Yep. And I am drinking a lavender daiquiri. You're drinking a rum punch?
Yeah.
As it's not the best weather outside, we made our way up to the very top deck to the Viking and Crown Lounge to watch Sail Away and the football game. On every ship, we try to buy one of the official ornaments. We have a whole tree that's filled with these Christmas ornaments. Dinner time, and we are eating in the main dining room with the welcome aboard menu. I got a crab cake for an appetizer.
That looks good.
And then you went with an entree, which is the fried chicken.
I don't know what pieces of chicken that is, though.
I got this on the last ship. The chicken was just okay, but I really like the sauce. For the main meal, I went with the herb-crusted portobello, and you went with prime rib. And for dessert, we both got Boston cream pie. Currently, they are playing Finish That Lyrics at the Centurion Bar I got a strawberry blonde, you got chocolate martini, and we're listening to the band. We went to the casino for a little while, used our free play. I got $3 out of it. Not a bad win. Now we are watching the main theater show today, which is a comedian. Good morning, it is day 2 and we are at Coco K. Last night they did have an ABBA and Queen party. We did not attend, but that was an activity that you could choose from. And when we woke up, the buffet line was very out the door. So we went to the Park Cafe.
No line in here.
No line. I got a bagel, a Danish vanilla croissant, a breakfast burrito, and you got a pre-made sandwich, which you're wiping off the mustard.
Yay!
And there is the private island, Coco K. We got a dock. Last Royal Caribbean ship we were on, they had to cancel this port, so super excited. And I will be honest, the pastries were really good at Park Cafe, but not my favorite type of breakfast. But this is the line for the buffet. So I would say skip it, get the pastries at the Park Cafe. We have made it off the ship and onto Coco K.
Yay.
And someone wants to do a public service announcement because it really frustrates you.
Yeah, Royal Caribbean still advertises these water slides as the tallest in North America. They haven't had that record for 3 years. Stop it, Royal Caribbean.
We made it to South Beach now. One of my favorite things about this private island that other private islands don't have is the loungers and umbrellas are included. They are free, first come, first serve. And of course, we're at the floating bar. We spent about an hour and a half in our floaties that we got from Amazon. Again, recommend those. They're about $10 for a pair of 2. And we just floated around drinking at the floating bar. Now, it's been about a year and a half since we've come to Coco K, and they have added these bars, tops that you can put your drinks on. Now, one of them was really, really moldy and doesn't hold the drinks that well sometimes, depending on the current. And then they also have these white discs in the middle that you can float on, which is awesome. But always a good time here. Now, I'm hungry, so I'm about to get some mozzarella sticks. My favorite things of Coco K are the floating bar, the mozzarella sticks, and the fact the beverage plan works here. Here is the menu at the Snack Shack. And here are the mozzarella sticks. You get 3 mozzarella sticks per order. So of course I got 1, 2, 3 orders of mozzarella sticks.
You sounded like the Sesame Street count there.
I did. 3 sets of mozzarella sticks. This sign is very true. Yeah. Watch your food. The birds are watching too. We've seen them dive bomb a lot of people. They're just sitting there on umbrellas waiting for food to be unattended. We got here around 9:30. It is currently 1:15 and we are now leaving South Beach. Just finished up at Oasis Lagoon here, the pool. We spent about 45 minutes here having a drink at the swim up bar and just enjoying the water. If you know the In the Loop tradition, any library, we leave a book.
Hyde's book.
Hyde's book. Yes, Volume not 3. Just any book. Hyde's book. And there is a library here on the island.
There's 4 books in it, and now there are 5.
Look at that, 5 books.
One being Experience the Point.
We'll see if this is back here when we come back in March. Let's see if it's here. I believe every time that you go to Coco K now, there's always 2 ships in port now, especially since this summer they are sharing this island with Celebrity, which Royal Caribbean owns. But it's very interesting to see Wonder of the Seas, which is one of their newest ships, compared to our ship, which is the second oldest ship. There is a mass difference in size over here. You can tell by the deck levels and just everything. Massive difference of how cruise ships have evolved. And look at the waves. Look at that. At the Captain's Jack Bar, they have either a pirate show or guitarist, and they switch on and off between the two acts. Check the guide for which one you're gonna watch. Back on the ship, and we found a towel animal in our room. Took a little nap after the island, and now watching Horton Hears a Who. This evening, we've started listening to the violinist. It is that time again, dinner time, and eating in the main dining room. I went with the French onion soup for an appetizer. Yours looks really, really good. They're Asian pork tacos?
Yeah.
It is Caribbean night here in the main dining room, and for the main course, I went with just shrimp, and you went with
Caribbean pork chop.
pork chop. It looks good pork chop. I really enjoyed both of our meals for the main course. Now for dessert, I got carrot cake, and you went with chocolate cake. We were on a December cruise, and they are lighting up the Christmas tree that just magically appeared today. For the main theater show today is Pure Country, which is a show we have not seen.
Friday nights. Boys ever had I'm thunder on the highway looking back at night.
Having a few drinks before the silent disco, I got a pineapple guava sangria, and then that is a chocolate martini. And look at the fun little character. They are having a silent disco party today, and I believe this is also happening tomorrow. Not sure if we'll go to both, but there's two different channels. You change your headphone sets to different songs. It seems like the blue one is more pop music, while the green one is more Latin music, at least on our understanding. An update on the silent disco. One, about 30 minutes into the silent disco, they did switch both channels, and now there's a variety of music on both channels.
Well,
Only a little. Every other song on both channels are a Pitbull song.
yep.
Every other one. So if you really like Pitbull, this
worldwide.
is where you need to be.
I've seen him in concert 4 times.
Fun fact, they have a deck party going on at the same time as the silent disco, and not many people are up here. They do have the Latin band playing, and then because it's Monday night, they have the football game on the big screen. Late night karaoke. So I believe the Times Guide is very off here. They keep changing it. There's supposed to be pre-recorded 80s music that's been going on for an hour and a half and supposed to be continuing until 1 a.m. when the DJ gets here. Obviously,
there's nothing going on.
There's nothing going on. It's 11:30. And then remember how I was talking about the deck party that we were at? We were there for 30 minutes, nothing. But now there's a deck party going on. An hour and a half after advertised. As there was no music in the nightclub, we decided to get the late night food options, which was pizza, hot dogs, and hamburgers. Good morning. It is our last and final day on board. We're in Nassau, and we made it to the buffet for the first time this cruise. A little chaotic, but it has a pretty good selection. We got bacon, biscuits and gravy, French toast, hash browns. I made myself a little sandwich. You got ham. We did order omelets, and after ordering the omelets, he said, okay, it will be 35 minutes. I don't know if they're over-exaggerating, or he just forgot to tell us before we ordered. So we'll see if we actually eat our omelets. Morning general trivia coming up. Drinking a desert pear margarita. And then with trivia, we did not great at the first trivia. We only got 4 out of 15 questions, but the winning team only got 8, so not too bad. And then we just played riddles, and we got 7 out of 15. Visual Disney trivia. It is lunchtime, and I got, well, the garlic cheese pen rolls. We're sharing those. I did not get 4 for myself.
I wouldn't be surprised if you got 4 for yourself, actually.
No. Chicken, garlic and honey chicken, potatoes, quiches, and then we have Mongolian wok.
It smells really good.
It does. For dessert, I got the Oreo cake, and I was challenged by your comment. These things are so good. They're like dessert for my... After lunch drink, I got a Caribbean Mule, and you got some rum?
Yeah, it's a Bacardi Oak rum.
They do have a Pop-A-Shot basketball. Not a full court or anything, but a fun little game. And that basketball almost hit me in the leg. As NASA just redid their port area and it opened not too many months ago, we are off the ship to check out that area. We do have a long walk though, as we are at the last dock. One of my favorite things about Nassau Port is because it's so close to Florida, and Florida's home to so many ships. There's always so many cruise ships in port, and it's always interesting to see which ships you have been on and which ones not, and just to look at the other ships. So we have not been on Vision of the Seas, but we have been on all the others. We've been on Carnival Liberty, the Sunshine, and the Norwegian Sky.
Shameless plug for all those videos.
We have entered the new port area, and it starts with this giant screen advertising Atlantis and Calic beer and things to do here in Nassau. And I'm kind of excited to see what this area now looks like. And here is the map of the Nassau Cruise Port. Again, this is all new. It used to just be a straw market, very, very small. Yes, it just recently opened a couple months ago. Wandering around, and I was looking for crew members to find the free Wi-Fi. I did not find the crew members, but the Bamboo Shack,
Smells good.
which smells excellent, does have Wi-Fi, and it's in the shade. One thing I'm really shocked about is this new port area is not very commercialized. It definitely seems a lot more local businesses,
Small vendors,
which I kind of enjoy. I definitely support that.
It feels very clean, very bright, very colorful.
So next time if you're in Nassau, even if you have come to Nassau, if you haven't checked out this port, I would just get off the ship just for a little while and explore. It's very different than what it used to be. One of our favorite food items at Royal Caribbean are these little beef sandwiches. They're roast beef, and they are at the Cafe Park in the solarium. Drinking a mint berry delight while listening to the violinist.
And she will show to all of her friends.
Right now we have a belly flop competition. Usually this happens during the day or during a suit day, but because it's a free night, they are having
I don't want any kids flying all over the
competition
place.
after leaving Nassau.
Cash, get ready. Let's come together. 3, 2, 1, and fly.
We are leaving Nassau, and one of my things from sailing away from Nassau is there's so many ships always in port, and depending on where you are, you can see all the ships leave, and it's a giant line. There's a ship over here and 2 over there, and then we're gonna be the 3rd ship, and then 2 behind us, and it's just fun watching all the ships around you pull out.
So I'm stealing Molly's vlog camera to say that there's a carnival in Nassau, Bahamas today. See the Ferris wheel, drop tower, Larson Loop. Should have gone there.
Alright, so that was
They
the first
have a
one.
boy and girl
So
band
name,
trivia,
date,
something I've never seen on a cruise ship
and also
before.
the song.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very disappointed in myself for mixing up Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I will never live that down, just because of myself. But now it is main dinner time in the main dining room. I got arancini, we got a cheese plate, and then you got beef carpaccio, and what was the other one?
Crispy polenta.
Crispy polenta. For my main, I went with lasagna. Looked really, really fancy, especially compared to what they used to serve as a lasagna. And it is Italian night here. Now you
So
didn't-
I went with something not Italian at all.
yes. You did not go with Italian.
New York strip steak, peppercorn sauce.
For dessert, I went with a tiramisu.
And I got the hazelnut, kind of warm chocolate cake with ice cream melting on top.
Karaoke again. Battle of the Sexist. It's one of the last activities of the cruise is the Crazy Crust. We are back in Fort Lauderdale, and that will do it for our 3-night cruise. Please, if you have any questions about any of the activities, let us know. I hope the activity guide is correct on your schedule. That was my biggest complaint about this cruise. They did have a lot of activities, but they kept changing it, and you had to be on the app at all the time and keep refreshing. And then sometimes they would say something and it didn't happen, or it ran 16, 30, an hour minutes late. But if you have any questions, please let us know, and thank you so much for watching.